Okay, now it's minimum at to make parenthesis valid. It's my second video I made today, and then this question is very similar like the question in my previous video. So I think just use the same pattern to solve this question. And here you can go through this description, and here say return the minimum number of move required to make as valid. So you can see here, and then let me see. The question also got asked by most big company, right? So I think you need to prepare this question, and then here now it's so similar, right? You just same thing. You just find how many valid the parentheses. So we know this two blanket, opening bracket with the closing bracket, so it's valid, right? So we just take these two character out from the given string. Now here only one character left, right? So now you just add. So you just okay one, which means you still need one more. No, because here the remaining bracket is closing bracket, right? So we need to add an opening bracket with the closing bracket to make the parenthesis valid, right? So here, just the first approach we can. So first approach, we can use the stack, right? So stack can help us to pop up the two bracket from our given string, right? So now when we pop on this one, so only one character let the remain, and then we just counting the size, right? Counting the size of stack, and then we know how many character, how many bracket we need to add. Well, we don't need to care about its opening or closing. We're just counting the number of bracket in the stack, and then we because the valid parenthesis should be two, right? Two, right? So if the stack have the three bracket in the stack, which means we still need three the bracket to make the remaining bracket to be valid, right? To be in the parenthesis. So now it is the my solution. And the second approach, we also can use the opening variable and the closing variable to count the number of bracket in our given string. So now, for example, we have the input is like this way. Okay, now we create the two variable. The open used to counting the number of opening in a given string. Close, same thing, right? So now we have pointer. Now let me remove this one. So now we have pointer point to the first character. Okay, we know it's opening bracket. So we know in the bracket how to make the parenthesis valid. So the opening bracket always come before the closing bracket, right? We need to follow this rule to find the valid parenthesis. So now here we point to first character. So we know here is opening bracket. So here we need to add one to we increase the open variable by one. Now we point to next character. So we find out okay it's closing bracket. So now we know before we use this variable, we need to check the open should be greater than close. And the currently closed variable only closed variable is 0. So open, so which means the open is come before the close, right? So that's why okay, open always greater than close. So we know okay, open greater than close. So which means we need to take these two characters out, right? So here we don't need to increment close by one. We can directly automatically decrement by 1 from the open, right? So currently open become the 0. Right now we point to next character. So it's closing bracket. So we know here the open is still 0. So which means the number of close greater than the number of open variable, right? So here we need to we cannot decrease the open variable by 1. So here we need to increase the close by 1. Now here our pointer already reached the end. So which means we need to break the while loop. So now the last step we need to add the both open plus close as result. So here is open 0, close is 1. 0 plus 1 equal to 1. So 1 is our result. So which is a unique solution to find. So how many number of opening bracket and closing bracket we need to add. Now here, first step we need to create the variable the 0 and the close. And the second step we need to loop through. We need to loop through the entire string. Now increase by 1. Now here we need to check the current what is the current character. Is opening or not? Yeah, if it's opening bracket, so here we need to increment by 1 otherwise. So if the first statement never will not be executed, which means the current character is in the closing bracket, right? So now if open greater than 0, which means we need to open in decrease by 1, otherwise close by 1. And now finally we need to open plus and close, and then we will know where how many bracket we need to add to make the parenthesis valid. Now you can see it's pass on the test case. Okay, you can see it's B 100%. So the time complexity is B of n, where n is the number of characters in a given string. The space complexity is B of 1 because I didn't use HR memory here. But actually, this question we also can use the stack. But if we use the stack, which means we need to store each character into the stack, which will use HR memory. But yeah, HR memory, right? So because sometimes maybe the interviewer will keep asking you question like, can you optimize the solution? It's really possible happen during your interview, because if you got a Google interview or Amazon interview, my experience is that we keep asking other solution, and can you provide the optimized solution? So they just want because they want to looking for someone who have talent, right? So it's if you know this solution, it's very good. And I would say thank you so much. Watch my video.